After years of nothing, my aloe finally bloomed one cold morning last winter. A stalk of yellow flowers had shot up overnight, and a hummingbird hovered beside it. In January, most aloe never flowers, so if yours has done nothing for years, it's not you, and it's not the plant. Nobody ever told you what this one actually needs, so when mine bloomed, I had to know why. The answer stung a little. I'd been killing that flower with kindness. You get one shot a year, miss the window, and it just sits there, green and silent, till next year. And here's the strange part. This plant blooms in one narrow window, between too much care and too little. Almost nobody finds it on the first try. A warm, well-fed aloe hardly ever flowers. The better you treat it, the more it sulks. For 5 years I fed that plant, dusted the leaves like they were good china. It gave me nothing. So one November I gave up, set it on the cold patio and forgot it. That winter it finally threw up a stalk. Treated it like a king and got nothing. Treated it like a weed and got a show. My neighbor never figured this out. He feeds his aloe like clockwork, in a pot the size of a hot tub. Big, fat, happy plant. Not one flower. Not yellow, not orange, not red. Nothing. Either way, feeding's only half the kindness trap. The other half is the opposite. Starve it, though, and you get the same nothing. A flower spike is the priciest thing this plant builds. A weak plant can't afford one. Neither can a hungry or young one. So age matters. Yours has to be 3 or 4 years old before it'll try, and it needs enough leaves to foot the bill. Here's where I made my dumb mistake. My plant was finally big and healthy, so I helped. I moved it to a bigger pot, fresh, rich soil. It quit flowering for years. I handed it an easy life right when it was ready to gamble. So if flowering's this hard, why's it so dead set against trying? My neighbor's other plant answered that. He's got a giant agave. One summer, it shot up a stalk taller than his house. Then the whole thing died. He swore he'd killed it. He hadn't. That plant blooms once, then it's done. Most folks figure aloe works the same way. It doesn't. Aloe flowers, then lives to do it again. Which makes the next part stranger. When aloe finally blooms, it builds a flower that almost never makes a seed. That flower's a beauty, and almost completely pointless. Your aloe usually can't make a seed. 2 reasons. First, it can't pollinate itself. Its pollen ripens before the flower can catch it. Second, nearly every aloe vera we grow is a copy of one plant. Truth is, nobody's ever found this plant growing wild. DNA traced it back to Arabia. It's basically one ancient plant, copied by hand for 4,000 years. That flower is built to cross-pollinate, opening bottom up as it climbs. The lower flowers turn female. The fresh ones up top still carry pollen. A bird working up carries pollen to the next plant, all so the plant can breed with a stranger. Your aloe has no partner near it. It's flowering into an empty room. My daughter's a plant biologist. She told me I'd never once been helping. Too much nitrogen pushes a plant to grow leaves, not flowers. It flips a set of genes into leaf mode. I'd been feeding it right out of blooming. Then she told me the part that stuck. Its main hormone is a stress hormone. Comfort is the last thing that'll make it bloom. Turns out, we've had this plant backwards for a long time. For most of history, nobody wanted the part you love. The soothing gel is modern. They wanted the bitter yellow juice in the leaf. It worked as a laxative, a brutal one. Back in 1608, a sea captain bought a whole ton from the king of Socotra, a little island that supplied the ancient world. They named the finest aloe after it. So the plant you keep for sunburns once shipped out by the barrel. We've been getting the flower backwards too. That stalk you'd snip off carries several times the gel's vitamin C. It holds compounds the leaf and gel don't. It's strongest right before it opens. The bud beats the bloom. The part folks throw away is the part worth keeping. And nobody selling you aloe is in a hurry to mention it. If yours still won't bloom, you're in good company. Venice grew aloe in the 1440s, and nobody there saw a flower for almost a century. Folks have been failing at this for 500 years. Same story every time. The harder they tried, the less it gave them. There's an old belief an aloe by your door soaks up bad energy, then wilts once it's full. My plant's moods are above my pay grade. So here's what finally worked. Mostly a list of things I quit doing. I stopped feeding it. That was the big one. I left it in its snug little pot and quit fussing over size. Come late fall, I cut back on water. Then somewhere cold all winter, around 50 degrees. No warm windowsill, no fertilizer, no rescue. The plant has to feel a hard winter before it'll believe in spring. Do that, and one morning, a stalk shows up. Then it climbs about an inch a day. Once that stalk shows up, leave it alone. Water or feed it now, and it'll quit on you. Right back to leaves. Mine came up that cold January. That's when my grandson noticed something. He said the hummingbirds ignored the fancy flowers I'd planted. They fought over the aloe instead. He thought it was funny. I thought it was impossible. That bird had no business being there at all. Here's why that bird made no sense. Aloe comes from the other side of the world. Hummingbirds only live here, in the Americas. The two never met until about 500 years ago. That flower was never built for a hummingbird. It took shape over millions of years for African birds that perch and lean in. A hummingbird can't perch. It hovers. It fits by pure accident. They only share a porch because somebody carried this plant across an ocean. Here's the part that got me. That hummingbird nests in the dead of winter, December. At least ours does. Hardly anything else blooms then. So the flower we called pointless, the one the plant nearly starved itself to build, turns out to be a lifeline. Not for the aloe, for the bird. The same flower is a dead end and a rescue, depending on who's looking at it. My plant spent part of itself to make it. It wasn't a celebration. It was a gamble. Too much care, and it won't bloom. Too little, and it won't bloom. It blooms in the narrow space between, and mine waited years to find it.